Good morning, everybody. I hope we are all doing well. It's your girl Sika in the house. I don't even know how to describe my mood today, but I'm going to try my best. I'm actually deeply saddened to find that we live in a time now of this whole week I've been talking about human beings, human life, how people behave, how to relate with other people, be it in a marriage or otherwise. And today, there's another sad story trending, making its rounds really. And I think the bulk of us who live abroad are particularly touched by what has happened, because you're starting to ask yourself very serious questions in the back of your mind about who you can even depend on, rely on, trust in this life anymore. There's a young man. His name was Albert. He lived with his family, his parents in the States. He was born in Ghana, went to school, to at least secondary school in Ghana. And then his parents brought him over to join them in the States. So he did his post-secondary education abroad from what is out there. Everything I'm telling you is from what I'm seeing out there on social media. He gets many jobs, business analyst, he did computer science, and has become quite a successful young guy. He's turning 34 and decides to go back home to his secondary school friends, the people he grew up knowing, to spend time with them. And this guy has been poisoned, and he's not alive anymore. 34 years old, on his 34th birthday. He's tragically lost his life. Who can you even call a friend anymore? According to the reports that are out there, he went out with 13 of his friends. 13 of them. Just them. He hired an apartment, so they had a in-house party. But before they did that, he took these 13 friends of his and they went to sit somewhere, the restaurant of some hotel, and ate. There are videos of him, sharing, raising glasses for all kinds of people, celebrating and being excited with his so-called friends, 13 of them. Then they come back home to their so-called housewarming party. Drinks are served, people are having a good time. And he's reported to have said that he wasn't feeling too good and needed to go lie down for a little bit. 2 hours later, this young man was found lifeless, foaming at the mouth. So the question is, which one of those 13 friends has done this to this man? There were no outsiders. There were just 13 friends. So who done it? Who done it? And how are we ever going to find an answer to this thing? Unless this guy, if there's anything like a ghost, and the ghost of this deceased guy, the soul of this deceased guy is a grief to the point of pushing whoever done this to also know no peace. How are we ever going to find out what has happened to this young man? Is it bad to have made it in life and want to go and share your success and your good times with your so-called friends? People that you sat in the same classroom with, ate from the same plate from, probably even slept on the same bed with. Because if you understand how Ghana is and how people go out there and do things like how we relate to our friends from secondary school and even earlier days, you would understand and have a concept and a background to what I'm saying here. Stories like this just break my heart. Who can you even trust or feel safe around anymore if you can't just go home to your home country, Ghana, or wherever else, Nigeria? This could have happened anywhere, and just hang out with your friends and have a good time with them. What is this life coming to? I don't know the ins and outs of the story. I don't know this man. I don't know him. I don't know his family. I'm not related in any way to any of them. But I just found the story very tragic. I read about it last night and I went into deep thinking for a long time. I woke up this morning and there are videos of it all over the place. It's so sad. But this is just a caution to those of us who live abroad. You know, when we sit here for weeks, months, years, we have all these, you know, views and old memories that are stuck in our mind. And we think that those people that we left there, they are still the same innocent people that we used to sit on the stone waste by the side of the road, eating street food, forgetting that there are lots of people who are just simply envious of who you are. I told you a couple days back that there's some people that are just pissed off just by your presence. Just seeing your face is enough to piss some people off. What would push any human being to do this to their fellow human? What is it? What kind of envy? What kind of jealousy will push anybody to do this to their friend, so-called friend? There were 13 of them that went out. How comes this guy has ended up in a body bag? He told his parents in the States, Massachusetts to be precise, that he was going home to have fun with his friends. And he hasn't come back. They've had to bury him back home. His parents have rather have to fly back home to go and bury their son that they said goodbye to some time back. We live in very dangerous times, eh? We live in very difficult but dangerous times, eh? So I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what your mind is, but please, if you're thinking about going anywhere this Christmas and you don't want to end up in a body bag, I'm pleading with you. If you haven't heard anything I've said over this whole week, there is no art to tell the mind's construction in the face. Not anybody that smiles with you loves you. Some of those smiles, behind some of those smiles, is somebody who's really hurt, angry, envious, jealous that you are in the position that you're in and it's you and it's not them. This boy that I sat in the same class with when we were doing differential equations, they didn't even understand it. This boy, this person has become somebody working in Massachusetts Stock Exchange. Who is he? Yeah. Not everybody who smiles with you loves you that much, cares about you that much. I saw a message from my auntie Betty. She said, I keep asking same questions. Why the ghost of such a person can't haunt the perpetrator? I don't know, auntie. And I wish it was possible. That whoever done this will know no peace until he confesses. And the full rigors of the law takes its course. How can you cut somebody's life short and expect to live the fullness of your own? My brothers and sisters, the times that we are getting into right now are very strange times. So it's time for us all to wake up and smell the coffee. It means right now that you can't even go home and think that, oh, let's, my old friends, let's just all go out and sit down and, catch up on old times and have a good time. Some of the things that we are talking about here, you think, oh, but why? He was just unlucky. It can't happen to me. My sister, it can happen to everybody. Right now, me sitting here, I'm very scared. I have to rethink a lot of things in my mind because I don't know who else I can count on right now. If my own friends that I went to school with can do such a thing to me, then I don't know. Who else can you hang around with? You're probably just better off just staying put and not even bothering to go anywhere. If you must go, stay with your own family. Just stay at home. I'll go see Auntie Betty. Go see my Auntie Evelyn. Go stay with my parents and just come back. Because what kind of life is this? If you can't even trust the people that you knew growing up. What is so beautiful that after all these years, you can sit back with these same people and catch up on time. It's so sad. It really, really is sad. You can't be safe home anymore. And young people, a lot of us think that, oh, you know, these old women, they come and sit on social media and make noise. What do they know? This is life. We can go out and have drink up. Yeah, you can. You can't go out. You have the right to do what you like. But isn't it tragic that just because of one drink up that you went to, you end up in a black body bag, 6 foot under? Your life cut short. Your dreams, your goals, the things that you wanted to achieve in this life, all gone with you to the grave because somebody just couldn't stand your guts. Isn't it sad that this man, Albert Kwao, is gone, never to be seen again, with all his everything that he did, his computer science, his business analyst, his stock exchange, it's all 6 foot under at 34 years old. 34. That's all he was. Isn't it sad? I know about you, but it's sad. And it could be anybody. It could be me, it could be you, it could be any one of us. Who can you trust? Who can you hang out with these days? Who can you even call a friend these days? Sometimes you're just chatting and, you know, just out of it, you're telling people what happened. Oh, you know, now I work for so and so. I do this. I have that. I have done this. And they're listening. Pastor Patience, I really understand you. And now I'm really scared. I am so scared that I just want to be by myself. I've been up most of the night just thinking about this. How can somebody just go home and just want to have fun? Like, you know, I want to share my success with you. Let's all celebrate. And this is my end. Yeah. He went to a Dissadel school. You know, yeah. He went to a disco in the central region. This guy is from Takrady, in the western region. And that's where he went to hang out with his friends and has ended up in body bag. Who else can you trust? Who? Sister Amma, good morning. How are you? Life is so difficult these days. Life has become so complicated these days that you just don't know who else you can count on anymore. Best to just stay home with your parents. As old and boring as some of you think that they might be, it's just best to just enjoy them. Yeah. Because I can't understand how drink up can end up in somebody being 6 foot under. I just don't get it. I don't understand. And there's 13 people. And one of those people done it. But which one? And according to those who were reporting, the mom is losing her mind. Any human being that has any kind of humanity can just imagine what this woman is going through. All the money, all the investments that she made down the drain. What was the point? There must have been somebody who just told this man to just stay back in Massachusetts and have a party there, but he wouldn't listen. He wanted to go home and spend time. Oh yeah, Sister Mary, I'll much rather be antisocial than end up in a body bag before my time. I know we're all going to go somehow, some way, someday. But it's so tragic and so painful for your life to be cut short just because of the so-called people you call friends. We must be very careful because not all who laugh with you are really with you. Thank you so much, Sister Amma. When I told a close friend and family I'm going to be featured in Forbes magazine, that was when all my troubles started. Can you imagine? Isn't this something to celebrate and be happy with? You know, there's some people who can't be happy with other people. Like, everything always has to be me, 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 me. It can't be somebody else. It has to be me. So if it's not me, it can't be somebody else. Success must always be me. We can't do it together. I have to be at the top and everybody else has to be my subordinate. What kind of life is that? Feeling envious of other people and their successes instead of being happy. Finding out from them what you can also do to better you. What is wrong with us? What is it? It's so bad, you know. It's so bad. You can't even talk to anybody anymore. You can't. You can't willingly just open your mouth and think you can just have, you know, a safe space to just express yourself anymore. You have to keep yourself to yourself. And everything and all your accolades and your successes and everything, keep it in your head. Because that next person that sat next to you, laughing with you, have their arms around your neck and everything, they don't give a toss about you. Though rather it was them, not you. And so please, I'm sure there are lots of people who are planning all kinds of parties. We're going home, we're going to Ghana, we're going to Nigeria, we're going to wherever you're going to. I just want you to remember that not everybody that you're going there to see really gives a toss about whether you come back in a body bag or not. And so as you're going home, if I were you, I will revisit my plans and stay at home. That's what I will do. And these simple things that we were told as children, when you go out to a drinking place, public, and you're having a drink, once the drink is open, make sure you stay with that drink till it's finished. Don't leave a half-empty bottle or glass. Oh, I'm just going to go pee with anybody. I don't care if it's God himself. Excuse my blasphemy. And go to the loo and come back to that same drink again. And think that it's okay. Oh, this is my friend. We used to sleep on the same bed. No. Let me just go pee and come back. My darling, throw that drink away. And ask for a fresh one. Opened in your presence. People are wicked, you know. These days, it doesn't take much to, lace your drink with anything. Even people put things in between their fingernails and their flesh. And all they have to do is flicker their fingers into the drink, and that's it. Please, be careful. It's so hard and so difficult and so painful to just think how a 34-year-old man, young guy, so handsome, can lose his life in this manner. This really moved me to tears this morning. Not because I know him, but the whole story is just so painful. And so I would rethink about the people you're calling friends. Yeah, I will rethink that. The people you're opening up your heart to, your innermost, darkest, nicest secrets, the people you're telling, thinking, oh, but we're just having a conversation. Just sucks is a nice word. How can anybody do that? Like, why? And so now he's gone. And so what? He's gone. It's not like any of his success just gets transferred over to you because you poisoned your friend. He's gone. You're still the same. You're still not going to get anything he has. So what was the whole point? Moment of madness. And this is the end. A whole family have lost somebody dear to them because of somebody's envy. And this young man thinking that those people that he left back then are still the same people today. They care about him in the exact same manner as they did back then. Sometimes we have all these romantic views about what is happening there when we've left it for so long. We forget that the people that we've left there, they've also evolved into something else. And they are not the same people anymore. A lot of people are going through a lot of things. The whole world's economy is hard. And if you think it's hard where you are, it's harder where you're going. Some people, even when you go out and, you think, oh, these people are really struggling. So, we've all gone out to have drinks, maybe 10 people. It costs you $100. Let me just pay it. The mere fact that you've all gone out and you think that you are somebody and you have paid for all the drinks is enough to piss some people off. So this boy that didn't even understand 1 + 1, now today he is buying me drink I that used to be first in class, this boy who was 20th in a class of 30, today he has become somebody and he's now feeding me. Hey, no, you're gonna do something about it. Your mere presence pisses people off. It sets people off. And the heart of man these days, desperately wicked. Please. Thank you so much, Sister Angela. It's good for you to just pay attention to your own safety, to your own life, and don't play no gambling games with your life, because you only have one shot. This boy is gone for good. He's not coming back. He's done at 34. Let this be a lesson for all of us. I don't want to see no friends anymore, to be honest with you, because I don't even know who my friend is anymore. I'm just that scared these days because these stories are just too much. Even when in your heart of hearts you genuinely want to help somebody else, they think you're a threat to them. Sisters calling armed robbers to come and attack a home and take you out because you're the younger one and you've built a house and you've put me, your big sister, and my husband in your house. That was yesterday's story or the day before. Be careful. Be extra vigilant. And you know, sometimes when you go to a place and you keep quiet for a little bit and you just observe people, it doesn't take very much for you to actually know what people are, you know. It doesn't take that much at all. But you go, you get excited, you get overtaken and overwhelmed and carried away by what you're seeing around you. And you think that everybody that is smiling really genuinely is excited and happy for you and for all the things that you have been through. People are quick to see your successes, but they don't know what it took, the sacrifices that you've had to make in order to get to that place. No, they don't care about that. Everybody is up in arms and, you know, judging your successes. But nobody sees what goes on behind the scenes. When you're staying up till the crack of dawn, when people are snoring and doing other things that will make them happy, and you're sacrificing that time to get you ahead. Now when you're successful, people are envious of that, thinking that you didn't do anything, it just fell on your lap. This guy didn't just come to America and sit at home. He had to go to school. Somebody had to pay for those fees. He had to burn the midnight candle to get where he needed to get to. But no, we're not interested in all of those things. Those don't matter. We don't pay attention to those details, Sister Amma. We don't. All we care about, how comes Amma Manson is now driving in this Cherokee and I'm still walking. But you didn't know that Amma only got 2 hours of sleep for 3 years. Yeah. Are you prepared to do that? Yeah. All we see is the results, not the hard work. The hard work is boring. In a very lonely place. There's nobody with you when you're working hard, you know. Nobody. Absolutely bugger all. Nobody. But when the success time comes, yeah, everybody is there. Yeah. Smiling, pretending to smile. 99% of the people aren't even happy for you. And the 1% that are don't really, I don't know. So now who can you really trust? I think you're just better off staying by yourself like I am and just having your peace. Success has friends, but the process has no friends. Absolutely. And now that this guy has made it, he just wanted to have a nice time with his friends. And that has cost him his life. And so please, once something is ingested inside of you, there's hardly anything anybody can do for you. So be mindful of what you're eating this Christmas and beyond. Be mindful of who is cooking and tampering with anything that you're going to be taking inside of you. Food, drink, anything. And me, I have my own personal rules about my own life. When I go to functions, I don't eat anything there. At best, I may take a bottle of water that is sealed from source. At best. Sometimes I don't even do that. I carry my own water from my house in my bag. So yes, I may have a big bag, but it has everything I need in there. I have some little knickknacks, chocolate, because, you know, sometimes my blood sugar can just plummet. So I have things that I know how to look after myself. Let's just say that. I don't eat in public. I can go to a party and sit and talk and nice and laugh with everyone. Oh, come and eat something. Yeah, I'm coming. But that's it. I have to be there to see it from the beginning to the end and actually be the one stirring and mixing things together. Then I might have a bite. I definitely don't eat nothing in funerals. I don't touch anything. That's just me. I'd much rather go to the wayside street food and have roast plantain on the grill with peanuts and know I've eaten that for myself in my own tissue or bowl from my car. And go and sit down with people who are laughing with you and are plotting evil against you. Be very careful. Don't let the excitement get the better of you. You want to stay alive. We will never know the ins and outs of this guy's story. All we know is he went out with 13 friends and one of them poisoned him and he's no more. So please, pay attention to detail. Don't allow all of those things to get into your head too much. And if you can't just hang around by yourself, it's better to stay where you are. Netflix and TV, they are my best friends. Sometimes when I'm doing things, even just to make me feel like there's somebody else living here with me, I just put the telly on for background noise and it's good enough for me. I want to stay alive and live the best of my days. I don't want anybody cutting my life short. So please, pay attention to detail. The small little things that you think don't matter are really the things that you should pay attention to. If you must go home, if you must have a party, at least be clever enough to keep your food under your armpit and your drink under your armpit and let it go everywhere you go with you. And don't leave anything to chance. I don't want to come back here to talk about this kind of story again, please. I'm really wired today by it. It's really upset me big time. Because now I just don't know who else I can call. I can call a friend. There's so many people I went to school from primary school upwards with. Can't I hang out with them anymore? Who is my friend? Who? How can I be sure that by sitting next to this one, I'm going to come back home alive and sleep and wake up the next day alive? Who am I trusting? So please, a word to the wise. It's enough. May this young man's soul rest in perfect peace, and my heart goes out to his mom. I can't begin to imagine what she's going through. The father, any siblings that he has, the whole family are going through right now. And I heard that when his mates from Adisadel went to give a funeral donation, they were driven out of the place. Nobody wanted to see no friends there. Would you? So be very careful. Be very, very careful about the people you're hanging around with in the name of friendship. Sister Amma, I cried this morning before getting out of bed. I've called about 3 people already and just screaming this story to everybody I can talk to because I don't understand how anybody can do this to a fellow human being. And so please, look after yourself. You matter. Stay alive so that we can be having videos and chatting like this. Don't let anybody take your life away. This one life that you have, in the name of I need to have fun, life is too boring, and all of those things. Please. And a word to the wise, it's enough. God bless you today. Look after yourself. Stay beautiful and handsome. And remember, there's no art to tell the mind's construction in the face. Laughing with you in your face does not equate to love. Just be mindful of that. I love you so much. Bye.